Testing. ASMR. Okay, anyways. How's it feel?
Unreal.
I know, right? Should we tell them how we came up with this decision?
Okay, so honestly, this was brought up within 2 days. 2 days. Yeah.
Yeah. This happened 2 nights ago.
Yep.
I was a little frustrated, as some might say. I called her and I was like, okay. I was like, I gotta tell you the tea. I gotta let you know what's going on. And she was like, we should start a podcast.
Yeah, too much tea to not share with y'all.
Yeah, it was like the tea was so good we felt inspired.
Yes.
Yeah, it was that good. When the tea is so good that you have to start a podcast, that's what we did. And this happened at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Ordered the microphones next day and now we're here.
Yep.
So, my name's Millie.
My name's Ari.
And welcome to MatDEEP. This first episode, we called it Intro to Humble Beginnings because mostly we just want to talk about how this started and how we grew up and just kind of setting the tone for the rest of the podcast. So, yeah.
Yep.
Now that you know that who we are, we want to talk a little bit about how we came up with the name of the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, I decided that. So we did Taekwondo for 12
years for her.
Yeah, 12. She's still going.
I still go. I work there now, so that's 13 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
So basically, we spent most of our time there on the mat where we train.
Yeah.
And I came up with MatDEEP because we realized that the more experience we have, specifically there with the company, you know, the deeper into the history and the more things you know about it that other people who have been there maybe not as long might not know.
Yeah.
So here we really get to share our stories.
Our experiences.
Yeah, and our experiences.
Yeah.
So
basically everything that has happened from then till now we'll be sharing over the course of episodes. Some things for possible legal reasons we will not share right now. Yet.
That's towards the end of the podcast.
But
we will get there.
We will talk about our experiences and what we've done. So, yeah. Okay, it's because I have notes here of like what we want to say. And it's like, why did we start the podcast? Why do we want to start the podcast? The tea was good. That's literally
it. Was really good.
The tea was good.
And once you get to share it, y'all will know why too.
Yeah. But basically, we're bored.
Yeah, literally.
And we got nothing better to do. So it's like, might as well, right? Yeah. Who wants to start with our background stories?
You go first.
Me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I have so many stories. There's one specifically I'll talk about for this episode. But I'll talk about how I got started, basically. Mm-hmm. I did not want to do martial arts or Taekwondo. I truly believe I was a girly girl from ages 0 to 4.
0 to
4. And then one day, there's a cinema, movie theater right next to it, and my family would always go to that theater. And my brother is like, hey, there's a martial arts place here. And, you know, at the time in our city, there was, like, a lot of crime going on, especially in that area. It's good for someone to know martial arts. It's good for someone to know how to defend themselves or just be in an extracurricular, you know? So he was like, okay, let's check it out. He told my parents, and they agreed, and we got started. We started an introductory lesson, which is basically where they train you and they prepare you for what it's going to be like to be in the group class out on the mat. And I was scared. I was worried. And I think I've told you this before too. I was just straight up so terrified of the other kids. Like, in my head, I thought they were going to kill me.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I saw a white belt and I thought they could take me down.
Oh,
So the introductory lesson basically went, I walk in, I hear the key ups outside, I hear the yells, and I'm
like
freaking
no.
out. Like I'm like, not today. And
No,
so I tell the person that's
never.
enrolling us at the time is Mr. Rose. I don't know if you
I
remember.
remember he was the
Yeah. He was
nicest
so
person
sweet.
ever.
He was so
Uh,
sweet. And
nice
so
guy.
we kind of just decided on, you know what? Maybe not today. Maybe today is not the day for her to come in.
Yeah.
And I just hated the yells that was going out outside. I was like, it's way too freaking loud in here. And I was like, okay, no, not today. Um, but fast forward, the next week, following weekend, I come in and it's not as loud. And I was like, I thought it was loud all the time. And he goes, no, like that was just part of like the
Yeah.
yelling. It was
Yeah.
forms. It's not always like that. Let me show you what it's really like.
Yeah.
So I did my lesson and I fell in love, like literally. And you could not take me out of any class. I wanted to go every week, every day, every hour, as much as possible. And I remember for a time it was like that for you too.
Yeah.
So we were just like, we grew up together. We really did, from like
Yeah.
age 4 to now. We went to all the same testings,
Same classes.
same classes,
Same
and
height.
yeah,
So
basically
we were
same
partners.
height.
We
Yeah,
were partners.
you were a higher belt than me.
No.
You were for a moment, but
Oh,
then you failed
then you
some
came
tests.
back.
Yeah,
I failed.
you
Yeah, I
failed a couple
failed.
tests, so I got ahead, and then we evened out,
Yeah, I
and
remember.
we were the
I
same belt.
specifically remember it was going from purple to blue belt. I
Yeah.
failed the testing and the makeup, so then I had to wait until the next testing.
And back then it was like 3 months.
Yeah,
3 months
it was
testing.
3 months. I think they went back to it.
Well, okay, it went 3 months, and then it went 1 month. And
Yeah,
then,
I remember that 1 month.
Because we got our belts like real
the
quick.
1 month didn't work, so they changed that real fast.
Yeah. But yeah. So we grew up together in that area, and we really liked it. We really did.
Yeah.
And for a moment, everything was really steady and really fun, and then that's my story. I know.
That's for the end, though.
Later. But yeah, your turn. So
for me, I started the same age. She's like a few months older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was 4, but I had turned 5.
Yeah,
like a little.
I was like
after I enrolled.
I was 4.5. I remember. I think it was June or July that I started. Yeah. So I remember. I think I was actually invited by another friend of ours when we were the Three Musketeers.
Oh yeah. That's right. I
was invited by another guy, and we were also the same age. All 3 of us were the same age. Yeah. Actually. So I actually remember, and it wasn't just me going for the intro. It was actually me and my cousins that I was talking about earlier. We all went in at the same time. Actually, well, it was the 2 older ones because the other ones weren't born yet.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But my 2 older cousins and me, all 3 of us went at the same time. And I actually remember I wasn't really scared. I just like loved the intro so much.
Yeah.
Like I was like I just loved it. I fell in love with it too.
Yeah. And they made it so fun back then because it was like back then before it was like I can't say this, but before it got let's say crowded. Let's say crowded.
With
quite a couple kids. What was I saying?
We got crowded.
Before it got no, because I lose attention so quickly. Anyways, I'm gonna have to edit that. I don't know. Before it got crowded and stuff, they actually really focused on making it fun for the kids. Really, and I'm not saying that it's not like fun for the kids or like they don't try to grab as much like their attention. I just feel like back then there was much more of an emphasis on grabbing their attention with what was going on around them at the time. You know, trends and like activities, different things that we would do, especially in our community at the time. Like they focused on just making that fun for us and personalizing it, So I felt like it was really much like an emotional connection. I think that's what made it so fun. Yeah. So, but continue.
I remember. So we all liked it. So we all started at the same time, me and my cousins. And obviously they weren't too interested in it after a while. So then it was just me. And then I think that's when I met her.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we became besties from there. We had the same classes, like we said.
Yeah.
Everything, partners. Literally, we saw each other like 3 times a week, maybe 4.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was a lot.
We were, and the classes back then were a lot longer too. So
Yeah.
it was like most of our evenings it was just us
Literally
training.
like straight. I remember straight from school.
Yeah.
Had to change there or in the car.
Yeah, same.
And then we'd walk in there. Wouldn't get home till like 9.
8, 9, yeah.
Yeah,
Because
maybe 9.
Because when we
Yeah.
get there it was like 4 or 5, and then we'd take leadership, we would take beginners, advanced,
Yes.
or black belt,
Yeah.
whatever class it was that we had. We had like multiple classes because there's different classes. You know,
Yeah.
it's not just black belts. It's not just like beginners or middle like classes. It's like there's groups for everything, and there's specialty classes as well. And we would take all of them.
Yeah, we'd
All of them.
kind of be forced to take all of them.
We
Like,
kinda
you're
were.
taking this.
We kind of were, but
Yeah.
it was like if you're taking it, like it's not a problem for me.
Yeah.
It's like if we're in it,
Like,
we're
we're taking it together. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm
It
not
was
taking
fun.
it if she's not going.
Exactly. So it wasn't like a problem or anything. It was just it was a lot.
Yeah.
Though. Looking back, it was like
It was like a lot for like elementary school.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, definitely. And it's not like regret or anything.
no.
But
It was
it's
part
just
of
like
us.
it really
Yeah.
was. But it's also like had I known it was an option, like as a kid, to branch out and go try other things, and oh, the dog's coming in.
It's a dog.
Anyways, had I known that was like very critical for a kid to, you know, branch out, and try new things, like I definitely would have told my parents, hey, I want to try this, because there's so many sports and things that I'm interested in now that it's like I can't do them because everyone my age doing them is like they're pros. They're really good.
It's like too late to start.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
like my feeling all the time.
It feels like I'm late. And now that I work there, it's like it's
kinda,
like I kind of feel not pressure, not at all, but it's also like I feel like bound to this single activity. Like if I'm gonna be good at one thing in my life, it's gonna be this, and I'm gonna master it, and it's gonna be like I'm gonna take it serious, you know?
Yeah, I have to say that's one thing that also kind of like knocked us like off guard. Like, I don't know if I should say it now, but like no, if I think I should.
If you're watching the YouTube video, you can see our expressions, and it's we have some
I'll just save it, but
it's like it was also like the more advanced we became. Okay, I'll phrase it like this: the more advanced we became, and the more close we became to the actual company and the studio and stuff like that, and the more we felt like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but the more we felt like we had to make these people proud. We have to show them that we're absolutely worth being a part of this community and being the role models.
We have to show them that we could like make time to be there. Yeah,
and it's not like we didn't mind. Of course, we didn't mind.
We really had nothing else to do.
Yeah, and we loved it. So it's not like nobody was being forced or anything.
Yeah, it was fun though. Like we had a lot of camps there and everything. Oh, another thing.
Oh, we should tell them. Like we should mention like you did work there because right now they think she worked there too. Okay. Like we were both hired eventually.
I did work there. I started working there first.
Yeah.
Like right after I turned 14. Well, yeah. It was when I came back because I had gotten hurt for my 14th birthday, so I couldn't go back. But it was like the next year. I started in February 2022.
As assistant instructor. Yeah, because and we don't want to sound like we're bragging or nothing, because it's not like that. It's not like child labor.
No, but it was like
but it was like we were good. We're good at it. And
we had so much experience that we did have a lot to offer to working there and helping other students. Yeah,
they really wanted to prioritize, building up young instructors. Especially female instructors, because that's not something
there wasn't many.
There's really not many.
We're like one of few
for that in that company there, at least. Like we know it, like in other places, there's like other martial artists, and they're definitely there. But it's like, are they instructing? Are they teaching? And we've had experiences where little girls are like Like they
Like
look at it and
that's
said, and
cool. Like
I literally had a mom come up
yeah.
to me and be like, my daughter wants to be like you.
Yes,
And it
same.
didn't click until that moment where it was like, what
Yeah.
I'm doing now is important to someone, and
Yeah.
if it's really
Yeah.
that important to someone, I need to stick with it. Like I
Yeah.
have to be there for them, and it's not like a feeling like I have to, but it's like I want to. I want to be there for
Yeah.
girls like that.
Yeah. I
You
remember
know?
at Morgan Hill.
Yeah. Oh, that's the name of
Yeah, that's the name.
that's the name of it. But
But
we're not gonna gatekeep, but it's also
yeah,
like
yeah.
we're not gonna
But
do
it's
too
the
much.
truth.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there, some days it would only be like me as like the female there,
Yeah.
and then I did have like someone come up to me. I think it was the mom of like a younger girl. She
Mm-hmm.
was like maybe like 2 or 3.
Oh,
That's
so
how young
really
they can.
young.
Yeah, she was like
Yeah.
super young. I was like, oh, she was like the cutest ever.
Mm.
I remember her mom like came up to me at the end of class and she was like, I've been seeing like so many guys here and it was like so refreshing to like
Yeah.
see like a lady here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
Same.
Like
Yeah.
yeah.
And for me, it's like when I have assisted or when I have done
Mm-hmm.
intros for other like future to be involved
Yeah.
students, like a question I get a lot is what is the guy to girl ratio? Like, are there going to be other girls in the class?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, if not, are you going to be there at least? And it's very much a worry for parents. Like
Yeah.
they want to know that their kid is going to be safe taking this class. They're not going to be
Mm-hmm.
bullied. They're not going to be like made fun of, especially
Yeah.
not just here but at school, to hear that it's a oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, it's a girl doing
Yeah.
martial arts, you know. So I really like that at least with our company they emphasize like,
Mm-hmm.
you know, little girls can do this, and if they
Yeah.
get really good at it, they can make it into something
Yeah.
they can do for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
And I'm really happy that they like emphasize that, because it's
Yeah.
like now so many girls have a chance at actually pursuing
Mm-hmm.
what they love. So yeah, but yeah, it's a really good thing to hear.
Yeah, I'm happy that we were also able to like be a part of it because we were like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, obviously not bragging, but
Yeah,
like
no,
it's
I
our
know.
experience. Like
Mm-hmm.
we were like probably the power like duo at one
Like
point. Like
yeah,
we were like those two girls are gonna like
yeah, they're gonna work here and they're gonna
yeah
help other little girls.
yeah
I feel like we were told that a lot
yeah
growing up, especially like at the
mm-hmm.
studio.
yeah
And it's not. I don't think it's not like bragging. Like it's we don't want
yeah
to make it seem like it's an egotistical thing. We just want like other people to know like if you really love it, you can become really good at it and
yes
you can pursue it. And that's something we really worked on, like
yeah
when you worked there and me working there, like that's a
yeah
goal. You know, it's like for a moment there we really were, I think, role models to some people,
yeah
not just us, obviously, other black belts as well, but
yeah
like when we would go to competitions, to
mm-hmm.
testings, like people would always remark, be like, oh, it's her, or oh,
Yeah,
it's
they were
them.
like, oh,
They would
like we know
stare,
you too.
like they knew us.
They
We
were
were
there, but like in a good way
it, like
though.
yeah, and it felt nice. It felt nice to be like
Sometimes in
sometimes
a good way.
when we didn't like mess up, you
Yeah.
know. But it's also like people would watch, and
Mm-hmm.
as much as we tell ourselves like, oh, we're not that good, or oh, because we definitely had our moments where it
Yeah.
was like we doubted ourselves.
We had a
But
lot of those.
then like, you know, we'd get those stares and we'd get those compliments, and we'd
Yes.
hear from parents all the time that these girls were looking up to us.
Yeah.
And it was like it was worth it.
That's what kept us going,
Yeah,
honestly.
it really,
For a while.
it's the students and just
Yeah.
inspiring these like girls. So
Back to childhood. I think
mm-hmm.
one of my favorite memories of
Mm-hmm.
us
Mm-hmm.
is when we would have like a break between the classes when it wasn't one of our classes.
Yeah.
We would go to Burger King.
Oh, that's right. And they had the playground.
Yes.
So we'd grab
there.
fries and then we'd like shove fries in our face and then we'd run outside like and play like in the playground.
Yeah.
It was so fun. And
Yeah.
I really miss that.
Yeah.
And I say miss because I feel like they should know that studio that we grew up in shut down. Like the company is still there. The other locations are there. But
I think they just replaced it with another like taekwondo place.
did.
I pass by it sometimes when I go to that movie theater.
Yeah.
But it's like it brings back like nostalgia. Like
It
we were
does.
there for such a long time. We were probably one of the first people there,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
um, we changed locations before they closed it down.
Yeah. They did. So like we
So
had already grown up a little
yeah, we had
bit,
grown up
and
and
then
we
the
went to a different
pandemic hit.
location. Yeah, and then that's when it like
When the pandemic
went
hit, it
away.
got
Pretty bad.
pretty
It was
bad.
pretty
Yeah.
bad.
I like from what I can say, the studio itself. I mean, it just got crazy. It was a lot to manage. It really was, especially for the people that were running it at the time.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a lot on them. I can imagine, and especially since
yeah,
so many people got like scared. Like, oh, I mean, it's hygiene, and it's also like
yeah.
you're already so close to
Mm-hmm.
people. Now imagine like on the mat, what if
Yeah.
the mat was like particularly dirty that day?
Yes.
People were sweating, like the way that the virus spread and all. It was like it was a concern.
Still like
And it still kind of is.
yeah, till this
It
day.
is, yeah.
I remember the location that I switched to that I was for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, ever since like we came back from COVID,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of like each class, we would have to like spray the mat and like mop it just to keep it clean because we were the place was doing everything they could to like try to make you feel safe there still while like having a good experience.
Yeah.
So like
definitely.
yeah.
So they tried really hard, and I'm so glad that they did that because that's what kept them like open.
Yeah.
Not saying they would have failed. No, I think they were definitely like they were doing really well.
I want to say it was for the best though because now
Yeah.
they're doing really well.
Yeah.
Like, they are doing really well.
It's like you win some, you lose some,
Yeah.
and in this case,
Get back up.
yeah, in this case, I think you definitely had to lose some to keep, winning.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, we're doing good now. Our locations, we're doing pretty well, and it's so weird to say like
Yeah.
we're like this is our profession
Yeah.
and we're teenagers, and it's so weird.
I still like
But
kind of feel weird about it because I did quit like
yeah,
working and training both,
yeah,
which
yeah,
it was kind of difficult because I let go of something that I've been doing since I was 4.5.
hmm
But I mean, she's still there, keeping it alive
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
She's bringing the tea.
yeah, and just giving updates. Oh, you remember this student? They're like black belts now, and
it's crazy how
Mhm.
fast time flies.
it really,
like-
it really is wild. But it's also like it's bittersweet. It's all really bittersweet
Yeah.
that you had to go. Like I miss you. Like I really do. Like in
Yeah.
class, it's like some things. It's like sometimes I get a little tired, and it's like if Ari was here,
Yeah.
like I would definitely be able to power through it.
Yes.
And we were always partners too, so it was
Yeah.
like I literally had you there by my side.
Yeah,
working
from
together.
when we were younger to like we
Yeah.
grew up. Like
Yeah, we were
we're
always
probably
each
the
other's
exact
partners.
same height right now.
Yeah.
She was taller for me for
I was
me
taller
for
than
a while.
everyone.
Yeah.
Victor, and then
Well,
Angelina.
he was
Well,
Angelina's
taller.
taller too.
they're all taller now.
Yeah.
We're really small.
We were like a very tight group of like
We were.
4.
Yeah.
I have
It
to
was-
say. There was a couple other people.
Yeah, but I don't think
Like-
it was as close as
We were
us.
like super close. Like we
As
went to every
far-
training together.
Yeah.
Everything.
As far as like not okay, you know how schools have like the popular cliques, popular girls.
Yeah.
I feel like that was us. We were it
Yes.
for a moment
Yes. I mean, we were
In our old
always
school.
being like,
because we were so close and people saw
Yeah.
that. So like it
Yeah.
was noticeable. Yeah, but like I said, it's all bittersweet.
Mhm.
It's all very much like the end of some people's stories and the start of new ones.
yes.
And I think we're not as close to the group now, but we still know them. We still
Yeah.
talk. And it's like, as long as we don't lose that, like
Yeah.
we'll always have those memories with us. So that's, it's bittersweet. But yeah, this is the part where we kind of like reminisce, I suppose. We just talk. I mean, I'll talk about one of the stories that I have that will never leave me. And I talked about it at the Christmas party last year. Actually, no, that was a different story. So I guess I'll tell both.
Okay.
I remember, and I don't know if you remember. I'm not sure. I mean, you were most likely in the class, right? But I remember being. I think it was like a family class
Oh, family class. I
or like
remember.
a more advanced class where a homeless guy walked in, and he walked in with like a black belt, and he starts
Oh,
challenging our instructor. He's like,
I
"You want to go,
remember.
bro? You want to go?"
That was at like
Mm-hmm.
the old location, right?
Yeah, and
Oh my, that was funny.
it
Like
was
the
so
fact that
funny.
we weren't even like into it, it was like funny.
We weren't even scared because okay, the way he walked in, like if anybody could like
Like you would not take them seriously. I'm
you
sorry.
really couldn't like nowadays probably be a little worried, especially with gun violence and
Yeah,
stuff.
you don't know what they would have. But like back
Exactly.
then, it was like
It was just so funny to see because this man was short as well. He was
yeah,
short
I
and he
remember.
was very like egotistical, like clearly drunk, you know.
Yeah,
Our instructor himself could definitely take him, but it's also like if he can't grab him, we have a whole class of advanced kids who could just like pile on
yeah.
him. So
Like
it was really
we
funny to
may have
see.
been kids, but
But damn, our
like
kicks
that
hurt.
drunk man against
A whole
a
class
whole class
of
of like
kids
yeah.
willing to fight. It's actually so funny, and it was so funny to us because he was like you want to go, you can take him, and I'm like, sir, what do you think you're doing right now?
Like, sir, save your energy.
Sir,
And
I promise
leave.
you cannot win. You literally can't.
That was
And
funny.
he had the fake belt and everything, and he was like, you want to go? He's like, what can I do to start working here? What I can teach all these kids more than you can. And he like paused class. The only thing that was worried is that he paused class, you know, because it's like when things like that happened,
Yeah,
it would keep going. Like assistant instructors would keep the class going, but no, we were just like we stopped. He was like actually yelling.
They were usually would like ignore it, like keep working, but
Yeah,
he was loud.
he was loud.
He was loud. Got everybody's
really
attention.
But no, yeah, that could have ended really wrong, I think. But it was so funny because he got on his like all fours. He started like doing kicks in the air. He started like
Oh
like karate chopping. He started punching and like doing key-ups. And I'm like, sir,
No.
if you want to do that so bad, like join the class. Be for real right now. So yeah, no, it was so funny. Yeah.
The good old days when I was thinking about this the other day. Remember when it was like Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
Oh yeah.
They would give us pink
belts. Yeah, that was so
like
fun.
not Barbie pink belts. They were like light pink belts.
I still have them. Mine's over there.
You
like,
still
with
have
my gear.
it? Oh
yeah,
my god,
they're so cute.
They were
and,
like so cute.
And you were allowed to wear them the entire time.
The month.
The entire month.
Yeah. The month.
And I still have I have a shirt for it too. So like the matching shirt, the belt.
I don't have all those like old shirts.
Yeah, I have them. They're literally in that drawer, like over there.
Really?
I have But the thing is, with the pink belt, it's like other people can't like they don't know what rank you are, so it's like they might automatically assume you're a low rank.
Yeah.
So it's like
which like surprise you black belt.
But yeah, but no, it was really cute and it was really fun and it was just like good times. Yes. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, do you remember the time I got knocked out?
No.
You don't remember?
You got knocked out.
I remember his name. Oh my god, if I find this guy again, I don't know. Maybe he's changed. Really? Maybe he's different. But our instructor was a little I don't know how to say, like wild at the time. And so it's like at the time when I was still like not a black belt, a lower rank.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, ma'am, you're gonna go against him, and I'm gonna call him out. Riley Tuttle. If you're seeing this, yeah, I don't appreciate being knocked out. I was 7.
That name kind of like rings a bell, but I don't know.
Yeah, Riley Tuttle. I don't know if you remember him.
I recognize the last name.
Yeah, but it was just so funny because he did tell him, hey, Mr. like Tuttle, because he was a black belt at the time, so you know we call him by last name, Mr. Tuttle. Take it easy. You know, it's like we're not going 100% power. But he was just wild. Yeah, he was so crazy. So I sparred him. We it was going good because I was like good, you know, I was good at evading or whatnot. And then I did a wrong move. I did a wrong turn, and he side kicked me in the chest. I went flying.
Knocked the wind out of
It
you.
literally did, but no, I flipped because it was like it was one of those moves where it's like I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna kick, I'm gonna reach him. And he countered that.
Oh, so you were in the air.
I was in the air. Oh. I had airtime, bro.
Loki, I've done that to people before. It's like
me too. That's messed up. That's
but it's like yeah,
we should know better.
yeah.
But it's okay. But in the moment, I did not I did not know how to get back on my feet. So when I was in the air, I jumped. He countered that, and I went flying.
Yeah.
But I was like mid turn. I was leaning back, so I like flipped, and then I hit my head really hard on the mat. And so it was like in the mirror section where there was like some woods and stuff and boards. So I hit my head really hard. And yeah, I was on the floor for a second. I just remember being like dazed, like, oh, what's going on? Like, I can't open my eyes. And like, I just remember seeing my dad being so mad. Like, he wasn't even mad at him. He was mad at me because like I started to cry. And I was like, crazy. It was crazy. But I bounced up. And I'm good now. No concussion.
She's here.
Thank God, I'm here.
She's alive.
I'm living and thriving.
Yeah. But another thing,
Yeah.
when we started,
Yeah.
it was like very common to have like people who just started like already sparring.
Yeah.
Like we would spar in the beginner classes.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
Yeah, I remember.
My dad was really upset with that. He didn't like that at all.
I remember. Yeah.
Because I barely knew any drills. I barely knew any combos.
It was like, oh, you're like a white belt, orange belt. Put your gear on. Spar this person who has like kind of knows a little more than you.
Yeah. It was scary.
Like, yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie. It's made us as good as we are.
Yeah.
Like it really did.
It did. It did.
I'm not gonna lie. It's been not the curriculum, but like it's been very much watered down.
It has.
I really think it has been
because now
and it's not that that's a bad thing at all or anything. It's just that for legal reasons you can't hit a kid with a Cali stick on the leg. That's kind of like not legal.
But nowadays,
but now it's like it's more focused on the life skills, which is really good. It really
it
builds up
a lot
good
of kids
character.
A lot of kids see that
Some
nowadays.
kids they really do, and it really builds the character. So that's good. But I think technique-wise, that was something that was very much prioritized when we were going, and so it was really easy for someone to be so good at such a young age, so good to the point where you're willing to hire as soon as they're of hiring age because they're that good. And that was because that technique was prioritized. That's because our instructors were strict and things got crazy
in a good way.
It was a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, emphasis on the blood at the time. But at the same time, it's like they did it was okay. The way we're making it sound, they're gonna think we were like abused. But you guys have to understand, it was such a culture of like, if this isn't for you, get out. If this isn't for you, then don't be here. No one's forcing you to stay.
Yeah.
No one's forcing you to go through everything I'm gonna put you through. And for us, it was like we were metal. We were like metal kids. Like we were just like dive headfirst into whatever they told us to do. We did not care. If we got hurt, we got hurt.
Yeah.
And if whatever the outcome was, it's whatever the outcome was. For us, it was like, okay, if you want to hit us over the head with like a stick, if you want to hit our hands, like if you want to like prioritize our technique, if you want to punch bags without gloves, if we want to bleed, it's like we were down for that.
Honestly, I like punching bags without gloves. It felt better.
It did. It felt the technique better. Was there.
Yeah.
And it's like, our knuckles bled, but it's also like they healed the next week. It's not that deep. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yeah, it was pretty to some parents, to some kids who are listening and might be like, wow, that's sickening, like that's hardcore. But you have to understand,
like if you were there,
that was the culture of the martial arts institute at the time. It in some studios it still is hardcore. It still is very much for only certain types of people, and I feel like in our company, it's more for, you know, the life skills and anyone who wants to join.
Yeah.
But back then, it was very different. It really was. And we liked it. We were okay with it. That's what we wanted to do and what we wanted to pursue. And so I feel like for us, it's just like memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's also like something that's very much needed these days with like these kids.
For some
like,
kids, techniques,
they need that like toughness. They need someone who's gonna.
It really was tough love.
It was really tough love, and a lot of people need that. Like,
especially like some kids, like some problem kids,
yeah,
who are just like, you know, going into the wrong paths of their lives and just being like a little reckless, a little wild. Like, they really do need that tough love. And I'm not saying like hit them, like yell at them, scream at them. For us, it was like our instructors, they'd get upset if we did something wrong, this and that, but at the end of the day, they always reminded us we were capable of doing something. And they could tell us like, I've seen you at your best, and right now that it's not it, but I believe in you. I really do believe in you, and I know that if you put a little more effort, if you try it a little bit this way, if we adjust a couple things, you can get there. So very much tough love. It really was.
Yeah.
But like I said, that we wanted that.
Yeah.
We chose that. We chose.
Like, we chose to do anything at that point.
You know, and our parents were a little worried because it's like they were seeing us go through all that, and it's like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
But we were crazy kids, and we really did like it. It was for us. So I think, again, another bittersweet, but very much needed memory, and but yeah, that's us, you guys.
That's our childhood.
That's our childhood. That's our story. That's literally how we grew up.
About us.
It genuinely was our second home. We spent so many hours there a week.
Yeah.
It was like school, homework, karate, right away.
Yeah.
And not even
I remember sometimes homework, like, I was so like
at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, homework
really
was
late.
Sometimes I would forget to do it.
Yeah.
But like,
and we went to Rocky Ship, so they were like,
they were strict. We got homework detention. I remember getting it once.
Same.
Because I didn't show my work.
Show your work before you check your work.
Right.
So crazy.
But that's
how
about
we grew
us.
up.
I think also, in like a later episode, we should do like a Q&A.
We absolutely should.
We should.
Once we have more followers and like
once we get it out more.
Yeah, because we would love to hear like from other people questions they have for us, because it's not every day, you know, they get to meet or talk to like professional martial artists who are like teenagers still.
Yeah, we're still teenagers.
So it's like I feel like it's a really different career path, and it's a really different like not so much hobby. I know martial arts itself is very, very, very common, but how many of those actually go and pursue it as a career at such a young age? And I think it's really important that people know that that is an option, because a lot, like I said earlier, kids need that inspiration, guys and girls. So I think it's really important, you know? But yeah, that is us. And we would love to do a Q&A once we have like a following and stuff. I want to answer these questions. Like, I want to answer.
Yeah, I'm curious to think what
are people wondering?
Yeah. What are you guys wondering?
Yeah. And then for our episode ideas, we should tell them some of our ideas right now. It's like, we want to hear your personal experience.
Requests to like.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, go to our Instagram.
Yeah.
At MatDEEP_podcast.
Advertising. Thank you.
You can DM us.
She's taking care of most of the social media.
Questions.
Yeah.
Any ideas that you guys have.
Comments or concerns.
So, our main like topics.
Next episode, I want to go into creepy experiences. I definitely think,
we're doing like true crime, like creepy experiences.
Trippy. What is creepy? What am I even saying? I try to say trippy and creepy. Guys, I'm illiterate. Please. Wait, that's writing. I'm so stupid. I'm gonna have to edit that out. That's so.
Okay, let's keep going.
Let me. Hold on. 3, 2. True crime and other creepy experiences. Your guys' personal experiences. If something weird happened with a coach, if something off happened at a game, anything at all that's like creepy,
those
like
stories,
interesting, wholesome stories too.
Yeah,
like
we'll take wholesome stories.
We'll absolutely read them.
Lots of positivity in here.
Yeah, of course, of course. I mean, look at the vibes of the room. Is this telling? Is
Yes.
this giving you like creepy all the time? No,
No.
no. We're just here to chill, and we just want to like talk.
Yes.
But yeah. So let's see what else. We'll definitely read out some Reddit stories. Like I said, next episode, creepy coaches, creepy experiences, mostly creepy coaches.
Yeah.
Because we definitely want to talk about, this whole podcast is kids growing up, in the not just martial arts but sports scene.
Yes.
Everything. I feel like it's really people talk about sports and they talk about, different things where they're at in life and their professional careers, but it's also like, how did you get there? Like we want to know like from day one, and that's what this is gonna be mostly.
Yeah.
But we're also gonna have a bunch of specialty episodes, guest stars.
Possibly.
It's not always gonna be. Yeah, it's not always gonna be sports. It's also gonna be like if we have guest stars, they have the right to like choose the topic, whatever they want. Something fun, lighthearted, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, next episode, creepy coaches. Stay tuned. And I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Besides that, I mean, we've laid it out for them.
Again,
do you have
if you have ideas?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Any ideas?
We're open.
Yeah, for real. We're open minded.
We're open minded.
We just want to talk. We just want to chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides that, I don't want to end the episode just yet. I also want to ask you some things, or if you want to ask me some things, a quick Q&A between the both of us, if you will. Yeah, do you have any like middle school experiences? I want to talk about PE specifically because it's got, sports, whatever, whatnot, right? What, like, do you have any PE stories, funny stories? Because I have some stories. My PE experiences were kind of wild.
My PE experience, I think I only had PE. I wasn't. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite story ever.
Okay.
That started all my ankle problems.
Oh, I know where this is going.
Okay, so 5th grade, rolling back to 5th grade, the second 5th grade class had PE. The PE coach decided it would be a bright idea to make my film class do PE with his class. So we were in the gym, and we had to do the running back and forth thing. I think it's called like suicides or something.
Yeah.
Suicide for my ankle. So went running, then I went running back to the wall, and boom, I went down in front of everybody. Bro wasn't even didn't even have like any empathy.
Oh my god.
Bro, it's just like it is what it is. Like no, he didn't say that, but like he really didn't show any like.
Like PE teachers are so rude.
Yeah,
they really don't care.
And that 5th grade PE teacher would end up being my 8th grade PE teacher. So I had gotten her in 5th grade, and then a few times between that, and then 8th grade, go back, and I'm in a boot.
Oh no!
With the same PE teacher.
Oh man!
So I like how
you did this.
Yeah, I was like, you did this, and he had no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah,
I just want to say,
oh, you actually told him?
I told him.
No filter.
And bro, no, but he was like kind of like strict.
Yeah.
Where even if you were hurt or something, he would be like, "Oh, well, you can at least do this." Sir, no, I cannot.
Sir.
And I handed him my doctor's note.
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I can't say anything." But yeah, that was my favorite.
Favorite memory for you? You should hire someone to edit,
Honestly, yeah.
Honestly?
Let us know. Let us know.
Do you want an editor? Do we suck?
We suck. Anyways, but yeah,
are we not eating?
Eating.
It's fine.
We can do a video eating too. But,
ooh, mukbang. Guys, we're big bags. You can't already tell.
That's how.
Yeah.
That's my PE experience.
Yeah.
In freshman year, it was okay. The guy didn't really care. He was absent for half the year too.
Yeah.
So let's hear your story.
Okay. So I have some crazy ones. I'll go with this one though. Okay. So our PE teacher in middle school, so like She was the same one, 5th through 7th, because 7th pandemic, so obviously homeschool. But I remember her name. I'm not gonna call it out too much. Miss F. She was a little rude. She was a little
A
rude.
little?
The only thing, I will say, the only thing I loved about her, she would play music while we were actually doing it. So, like, if we were playing dodgeball, if we were running laps, like, she was playing music, she had speakers, she had it going on, like, it was lit. So it was, like, fun, But at the same time, she was one of those teachers where it's like, do you not understand what it's like to be a woman? Like, she's a woman, identified as a woman, okay, which is fine, but it's also like, how do you not understand? Because, we'd get our girl days, especially middle school for me, all the hormones, like, it hurt. It was bad. It was really bad. I could not participate sometimes.
I know personally for me, I started kind of like young.
Yeah, me too. Like 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah, like
it was pretty bad. So, if any girl asked you, hey, I need to sit down, I need a water break, it was like, nope, no, you can do that when you get to class.
Oh,
no,
honestly,
you can do that.
Yeah,
you can do that at lunch.
Mine was like that too. I forgot to share it though.
Yeah,
yeah.
And it was really bad. And and if you didn't participate, automatic F in that semester. Like, it wasn't like, unless you had a doctor's note or you were called to the office, it was like, you sit out any moment. You're failing this unit, and I might contemplate failing you this semester, which is really dumb. Honestly, I'm not saying give us so much leeway, but I'm also saying, come on, we're kids. It's like, why are you bullying little kids? And she kind of did bully, because it was like, if some kids were a little bigger, if some kids didn't want to run, didn't feel good, it was like, how could she find a way to make it your fault? And I didn't like that about her. But at the time, I was like a little kid.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about it too much. For me, it was like, as long as she doesn't do that to me.
Yeah, when you're younger, you don't really like
you're not
say anything back. But as like we grew up, I know like
it's like
we'll say something.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely now it would be different. If it was me then, like, I would say something. But anyways, so one day, I were playing dodgeball, and I'm running, and I skid across the floor. Like, I literally, like, this isn't the gym, by the way, the cafeteria-ish gym, whatever. I skid across my side of the floor into, like, the out zone, and the kid that was out, who was sitting next to me, started laughing, and I was like, okay, well, I'm already out. Not one, I fell. 2, I got hit by a dodgeball. So it's like, I'm already out.
Yeah.
I'm literally crawling to the out zone to sit by my backpack, and someone hits me with a dodgeball straight in the face, and like, it hurt because it was a bigger, taller kid. It was a guy. Guys be stronger.
Yeah.
And they threw it at my face, and it really, really hurt because we were close proximity too. It was like you're standing where my TV's at. That's the guy, and I'm like where you're at.
Really?
Close? It was close. Like, he just like, ow. And I wanted to cry. I didn't, but I wanted to. And she just said, "You're fine." And I was like,
"You're fine."
And I was like, "I need an ice pack, please. Like, it really hurts." Like, I'm a little kid. I'm dramatic, and it's whatever. So it's like, but she goes, "You're fine. You're good. You don't need anything." And I'm like, "Please, like, I just want to sit. Like, can I go grab water? Can I go to the bathroom? Like, I think I might get a nosebleed." And I did get a nosebleed. And she's like, no, you're fine. You're good. You're good. You're good. And I was like, please, like, just begging her at this point. Like, I was begging. Like, I'm not one to beg like that, but I was. And she goes, "No, in this classroom, this is my class, my time. You do what I say. And if I say that you can't go get water, you can't go get an ice pack, then you're just going to have to hold it and wait." And I was like, "Man, be for real. Please.
Oh my God.
And it's like, in that moment, like, so much clicked for me, like, our education system and our teachers and people that we're supposed to, like, look up to and listen to. It's like, I can't. I can't, because they're not nice.
Yeah, like, my old school. Ooh. That's for another day.
Another story.
But, oh my gosh, I was, like, I liked that school because, like, all my friends were there. But then it's like once you have to deal with all the teachers and the
Yeah.
office ladies, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna shout you out,
Yeah.
because I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, it was. Ooh, they like annoyed me because some of the teachers like they had they were the ones who were favoriting the guys, like the
Yeah.
annoying guys.
Yeah.
So, but I remember one of my teachers, like I asked her for help, and she like kind of gave me a face and seemed like she wanted to help me.
Yeah.
So
It's
then I
like
just like
why
gave up.
why do you work here?
Mhm.
Why did you accept the job if it's you don't want to
Yeah.
do it? Make it make
Back to
sense.
the PE teacher, mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
In 8th grade too.
Yeah.
The same guy. I had told him that I had my girl days,
Yeah.
and I said, bro, if I do not, bro, I was like, if I do one more
I didn't. I was
jack,
about to say I didn't know he was chill like that.
no, don't worry, I'm not like disrespectful like that to like teachers and stuff. But I was like, if I do one more jumping jack, I'm gonna have a rush.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I was like, can I just like sit out real quick?
Yeah.
And he knows that I never ask to like sit out unless I'm actually like hurt or something. Yeah. So he was like, okay, well, can you at least go do wall sits? Like, no, I'm not gonna do wall sits. I just stood by the wall. I didn't even do it. I just stood by the wall. I was like, no.
As you should.
No. They're gonna like annoy me while I'm on those days.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not doing that, sir.
Yeah.
But he quit, so that's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah. For my PE teacher, she was kind of rude, but she had her moments. She called me headband girl. Like, she had nicknames for people.
Oh, you were one of the...
We don't... Let's not get into that. Girls. Let's not get into that. Anyways, story for another time.
You know we're besties because I saw her go through that phase.
Yeah, it was bad, y'all. It was bad. Like and follow,
in all the pictures.
Like and follow for a picture, and I'll show you.
Yeah.
100 subscribers, I'll show you.
Headband era reveal.
For real.
From Millie.
Yeah. But anyways, back to the story. That PE teacher, she was so rude and just kind of like she didn't have the like respect for people to like go by their actual name.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say it was like discriminatory at all or anything like that, but at the same time it was like mostly the Hispanic kids and the Mexican kids, and she was not. Anyway, so when we would run miles and stuff, she would just be like, you got this, go do it. And it's like, okay, well, you wanted us to run a mile, and you're out here telling us to run 3 miles now. She goes, oh, we got extra time. You're good. You're fine. And I'm like, okay, can I grab water? Like, I feel like I'm going to pass out. No.
Oh, my gosh.
And it's so funny because she said that she would run all the time, and she loves running, and that she would do anything for her students. And then we would ask her, why don't you run with us? And she would literally be in the corner eating a donut.
Like, not the same experience because that happened to me, but in 7th grade, which was online for me.
Yeah.
And so I had
ooh, pizza rewards.
Oh, shush.
No. Sorry, we got a notification of pizza, and it's like low key we should.
Yeah.
After this.
But the PE teacher, so obviously she would be like sitting down, and we were like sent to like breakout groups.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And so I would be sent to one with like 3 other kids, and we would have to like stand up and do the video that she had for us. And we had to have our cameras on. I never put it on me. I just put it to the ceiling, and I was the only one who did it. But she was still like grateful that I did that, so she didn't really say anything. But I remember asking her in the chat. I was like, are you gonna join us?
Oh.
She went.
You gonna pull up? Like, what's going on?
Are you gonna join us?
Yeah.
And then she was like, I wish I could, but I can't.
What do you mean you can't? What do you mean you can't? Sure. You're teaching the class.
You weren't pregnant. You were pregnant after that.
Oh my God.
Not like during.
Yeah, PE teachers are just crazy sometimes.
Yeah,
they're very
they
contradictory.
Pick the worst people for PE teachers.
Like. Honestly, and it's like, I don't know. I feel like there should be more like personality tests and stuff going into that. Like some people just
more don't. Like interviews, not just like, oh, you're interested, okay.
Yeah. Especially our schools that we went to, where they're like broke, so they don't care.
They're broke. Yeah, literally.
They're broke. They don't care. It's just like, if you want it, you got it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like we said, thank you for listening to this podcast. And the next episode, creepy coaches. We're gonna get into some creepy coaches. We're gonna read some stories. We're gonna react to stories, talk about it. Cause some things need to be cleared up. Like we need to talk about this. I feel like that's such an underrated thing that people like. There's a lot of abuse going on, especially in like the sports scene. There's a lot of like assaults, things that need to be like brought to the surface. These people can't get away with it, you know. So we should talk about that. And if you guys have any stories, experiences you want to send us, DM us on, what's the name?
MatDEEP _podcast.
There you go. That's
YouTube. Go look at our video. It's gonna be uploaded.
Yeah.
MatDEEP.
Oh, could you hear my stomach? I'm looking hungry. Can we order that pizza? Like, actually.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways.
Bye guys.
Bye.